Hello, everyone. Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. I think that's a good way to start your Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. And turn down some. There we go. Turn that off. Yeah, look, I love Earth, Wind and Fire. I think they're fantastic. One of my all-time favourites. They influenced everybody. Michael Jackson being, hugely influenced by these dudes around at the same time. But I mean, they've got all these great tracks, this fantastic band. You got Maurice White, Verdine White on bass, Philip Bailey. Just, you can't get better than what these guys were doing at the time. It's Saturday, and I want to have a beer, of course. So what better way to go out with a 8% Mr. Banks Cake Eater oat cream. It's a cashmere and Eldorado hopped, double dry hopped oat cream, double IPA. So I'm going to crack that, get into it, and then that's what it's going to take to get into this song. Whoosh. Let's watch me fuck this pour up. Oh, all over the mouse. That's a big can. Okay. Let that settle for a bit. Tidy up that mess. And we're just about ready to get some groove on. Let that settle. Okay. Let's get it on. Different song, but here we go. I'm going to show you the coolest part of this song straight up. As you can see, this is a full whack. I've actually had a bit of a mix on this already because, I mean, everything was flat like we normally show, but I really wanted to do it justice when we got it there instead of dicking around mixing it with you. 26 tracks, individual multi-tracks, not stems, not stereo mixes. There's a couple in there like percussion and stuff like that are already stereo channels. Have a listen to this, the coolest part of the song, the vocoder right at the start. I love this. How good is that? That is the coolest. That is so cool. It's such a recognizable part of that song. Everybody knows it as soon as they hear it, which is also why I got to stop playing it because I'm at risk of getting kicked off. Speaking of kicks, here's a kick drum for this track. You can really hear the effort. Probably give that a bit for the stream. Add some snare. There was a little hat in there. And then there's a left and right channel for drums. You can hear a little bit of guitar in there as well because I would have tracked this together. Left and right claps coming in. Let's hit those on their own real quick. Overdubbed claps. Listen to that reverb. That's huge. I wonder if that was a plate or if it was a hall. Some stereo percussion. Actually, this would be a good one to listen to on its own because that's already... What happens right at the start? Other side? Maybe that's... It's like a wood block, but maybe that's acting as a metronome. Cake Eater's good. Second percussion track. A bit more sparse. Oh, yeah, that was cool. One more. All right. Now, they're both panned to the same side. Interesting. Maybe we should put some... Cool. All right, there's some stuff going on up here. That's a little bit of shaker in that ear. Okay, I think we've heard about all of the elements of this section. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, too much. Bass guitar. So woody sounding. You wouldn't know if you heard that just that bit, would you? Until you get to here. I'm going to go forward a bit. This is one of the things I always find interesting about these kind of things. Massive song. Bass just kind of sounds a little bit like whatever on its own. But obviously you combine that with a few things and you get this huge song. Okay, we'll skip forward a fair bit to this section. To the other side. I'll be there. If you want my love, we can boogie. Okay. Now, pretty much the rest of the song is going to be the same, so let's go and have a listen to the Moog bass here. This is a synthesizer bass. Dirty. Yes. Love it. Love how fat that is. And let's go up to that bridge. Different sound. Together now. There's so much of the frequency spectrum being taken up by these two basses. It's done so tastefully. Look at that. There's still quite a lot above like one. Wow. Very cool. Alright, let's hear that left-hand guitar. Not left-handed, it's just a guitar that's been panned left. We'll chuck it. Yeah, I want to show you individually. I'll unpan those for a second, just so you can see what they're like by themselves. So this is that same strange thing going on at the start, and then so that's a DI, right? Direct injection. It's straight in. And then we've got this one called Guitar Effects. Hang on, we'll turn that off. So you can hear the chorus happening on that one. And that's a second channel with just effects. We'll put them together. And you can hear them. But I was just fucking around with it, so I panned them. One left. I like the sound of that. Doesn't make me feel sick, like, you know, when you got out of phase stuff. I like that. I reckon that's cool. All right, that's so cool. The Rhodes. I always love Rhodes. You got to have them automatically panned. Move through the song a bit. Oh yeah. Move up to this bridge. Where'd it go? Oh, a bit too far. Oh. Those things you don't really pick up when you listen to the track. If you want my love, boogie. Wow. Oh man. I rubbed my eye at the wrong time. That's gonna hurt. Okay, that's really cool. Then what do we have? We have a bit of synthesizer happening here. I'm going to just play that for a sec. I just rubbed my eye with charcoal on it, so give me a sec. That's an interesting little thing that happens right at the start, and it happens in conjunction with that vocoder track, that vocoder channel. So I don't want to play it for too long. You can hear it there. I'm going to stop it because I don't want to get done. Move along to the synth further on. Is it a jet or is it a synth? That's what I want to know. Because I know you could make that on a synth quite easily. It's actually made up of 2 channels, so let's hear one from the other. I wonder. Okay, let's have a look. The other one. That's a synth. That's a synth. The attack is very synthy. Once again. Listen to the crackle in the wheel, the mod wheel crackle. Something. That's not mod wheel crackle, that's like modulation crackle or something. Pan it back. Oh dear, moved it too far. Okay. I like the sound of that. Horns time. Honey, honey, honey tonight. Let's go. Oh yeah. Let's groove tonight. How fucking cool is hearing this stuff? Get ready for this bit. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, it's in the headphones. You can barely hear just at the top tail of those tracks where you can kind of hear the trumpet player's headphones. That's so good. I love listening to isolated tracks. It's so much fun. Let's go to this other... Oh, there's an extra horn that comes in halfway through a take. Get ready? See, it just kind of jumps in. It's just there for the rest of the track. It's like the mic didn't work. Get ready for the middle 8. Who writes these bits? Damn. Isn't it funny how, like, a couple of extra instruments, horns, can just completely change everything in the track? Oh, yeah, you're telling me. Oh. That's so great. Let's hear this with it. I reckon I can do that without getting in trouble, but as soon as I add that bass, I'm stuffed. All right, that's really, really cool. I'm going to stop there. because we all know what happens at this part. This is where we go into vocal territory, and that's what it's when it can start getting a little sticky. There are a lot of vocal tracks rather, in this particular part of the song, Philip Bailey, Maurice White, and there's also one here that I've got muted, which I am particularly fascinated by, and that is called the Scratch Vox channel. Now, this is the original. I'm going to show it to you very last. That's the original take that I think Reese White went through with the band. Or is it Phil Bailey who went through that part? I'm not sure. I only listened to it one time. And that's why it's muted and set to 0 pan and 0 level. It's very cool to listen through and just hear him give cues and stuff like that, because you're directing a band in these situations, and then they go back and fill in those extra parts. So let's have a listen to these. Do we want backup vocals first? We'll do backup vocals first, because I just love listening to these. So here we go, some backup vocals, probably from Philip Bailey.
Let this grow, get you to move, it's alright. Alright. Let this grow, set in your shoes, so stand up. Alright. Alright.
How cool. What's this little bit?
Yeah.
Is that in the original? I don't know. It's I love hearing that stuff. There's another one coming up.
Let this groove, light up your
let's do these.
It's alright. Alright.
That's the second track.
Alright.
Ooh, whoa.
Let this groove, set in your shoes, so stand up. Alright. Alright.
That's fantastic. I love that. And get ready for this little piece here. Let's hear that.
Yeah.
And there's another one. That's a female singer.
Yeah.
That's definitely a female singer.
Let this groove,
Let's just.
light up your fuse, it's alright.
Philip Bailey's in that too.
Alright.
Yeah,
Let this groove,
they're on the same mic.
set in your shoes, so stand up.
Oh, sorry, I'll center that for you.
Alright.
Yeah, that's Philip Bailey and a female singer.
Let this groove, light up your fuse, it's alright. Alright.
Okay. And then what's this other track?
Let this groove,
It's a double take. Okay, that's great. Sounds fantastic.
light up your fuse, it's alright.
Rich and thick, just two singers backing themselves up twice.
Let this groove,
Nothing's exactly the same each time, so it's Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the cool stuff. So it thickens it up a lot. Sounds like a bit of Reese. Maurice and Philip Bailey in there. Okay.
let this groove,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's check out this other backup vocal channel here with just some more individual things on it. Probably with these.
just move
Oh.
yourself.
Yeah, we'll put the other one in.
You just move. Let this groove yourself.
How good is that?
Alright.
That's no one's doing this stuff. No one's doing it. And I mean, Bruno Mars has been trying to do like some more funk related stuff, and it ain't sticking. I mean, it's having a small influence, but it's not, he helped bring bass back, which has been very helpful, but more in the underground and the indie stuff, not in the mainstream stuff. But I just want to see someone do this and make original, versions of this stuff. You know what I mean? It's just, I want it to be good, and I want it to be new, and I want it to be here for me. Let's check out the lead vocals.
Let's move tonight.
Oh, that didn't sound nice.
Share the spice of life.
Gated?
Baby, slice it right.
Oh, that's a little bit of like affected audio.
Gonna groove tonight.
That's real weird. It almost sounds like it's been ripped out of the track.
Gonna tell you what you can do with my love.
Oh,
Alright. Let you know, girl, looking good, you're out of sight.
okay. This is not nice to hear, not nice to listen to. And I'll tell you what a lot of people do. I mean, the rest of the track is legit, right? But this is probably ripped out.
Let you know, girl, looking good, you're out of sight.
That's ripped out of a track, right? So what they do, I just got to go to Rantcam. They'll take the original audio and then they send it into this like thing that flips the phase on either side and cancels out the center and then takes what the center was and puts it on a separate track. Normally, the kick drum, the snare drum, and the vocals are panned center. And what it will do is it'll just compensate for wherever kick drum is, and it'll see like the vocal, and then it'll see these big spikes that look a little like these patterns here, and it will remove those, and you'll be left with this kind of pumping sound, this really kind of strange affected audio, which I think is what we're getting here. You can hear the tail of all the things. You can hear go where it didn't quite suck all the fucking delay off the drum.
And you glide like the 747 and lose yourself.
Makes me want to shit my own breakfast. Not into that.
In the sky, among the clouds in the heaven gods.
I don't think that's real.
All right.
Okay, all right. Look, we'll have another quick look at that. But
All right.
yeah, no, that's. I'm not happy with that.
Let me tell you what you can do with my love.
What? Like I've got to be happy with it. I didn't even go back to the mix window. I'm so distracted. And my face just. And you're all looking at it. Okay.
All
It's a big screen.
Gotta let you know, girl.
Okay. Yeah, we're not having that. What we'll do instead is we're going to go back to the coolest part of the entire thing, the scratch take. This is the original ghost vocal. They call them ghost vocals because they just do them on the day and then they go over and do them later. But listen to this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
And he's in the room with them.
We go 1, 2, 4.
See what I mean? He's sitting there with him and he's coaching them through the song, and they're playing it out live. This is how you do it. And I wonder if these backing vocals fit with what he's saying. No, we'll let him go. Let him go.
Let the screw tighten up your shoes. It's all right.
All right.
All right. Let the screw tighten your shoes. It's all right. Verse.
How good is that? He's telling them what to do, like in the song.
You're looking good. You're all right.
And you can hear that mic crackling around and stuff.
Let me know. You're looking good. You're out of sight.
I love this. He's still working on the vocals, still working on the
You
lyrics.
just move yourself along the stars in the skies in the heaven, and you move yourself on the stars in the stars in the heaven. What you do, put up your shoes, it's all right.
All right.
All
That's
right.
so good.
Let the screw tighten your shoes, it's out of sight. Verse. Let me down. You're looking good. You're out of
See,
sight.
they're not even final. I love that.
All right. Let me know you're looking good. You're out of sight. You just move yourself along the stars in the skies in the heaven, and you
Let's hear some of what he's hearing.
move yourself. Stars in the skies in the heaven.
So there's some more of the live tracks. That probably would have been there on the day. And that was definitely there on the day. Possible.
Going around again.
So this is probably what he heard on the day. I'm not sure if the Rhodes was in the room or not,
Coming up a little C.
but just a real basic song, and then added all these things. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-ya. He hasn't even got it down.
If you want my love. 8 bars.
8 bars. How good is that?
part. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
How good. See, now all these guys will have headphones on. They can hear each other. He tried to go for it. That is so good.
Let the screw tighten your shoes. It's alright.
Alright.
Alright. Ooh, let the screw tighten your shoes. It's alright. Alright. Ooh.
Okay, we've heard enough of that. We all know what's happening there, which is very, very cool. Let's start to build it up from the ground, and then we'll. There's no point trying to auto-tune this track when the main actual vocals is ripped from a. That's annoying. But the rest of the track, fantastic. Really, really great to see all these individual elements there, and I mean that you can start with kick, with drums, with bass, with guitar, with a singer. There's 4 people, and then you can develop this thing over the top and put Rhodes on it, horns on it, synth on it, and percussion, and just turn into this friggin' monster. That what a massive song! What a massive song. The video clip's great. All the guys are hilarious. They really love being up on the stage and having a good time. I mean, let's push the copyright friendship here and start with the boogie down and some drums. Let's groove. There's drums. We'll have those later. There's claps. Percussion. Now, I have had a bit of a mix on this one. All right. Yeah. I'll add that for when it comes back. We'll bring it all in a sec. Okay, we're going for gold here. Let's get rid of this whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It's just great. I mean, I'm going to get in trouble for playing too much of that. But wow, what a cool track. It's Earth, Wind & Fire. It's Let's Groove. 26 tracks of goodness. Well, 25 tracks of goodness, and then one stinking isolated. Someone's probably just lost it, the original, and they've gone and gotten it off the recorded version and pulled it straight out. It doesn't sound like it's the original. I mean, even when we mix it together, it doesn't sound. Let's go back. You can hear the gating through the rest of the track. I mean, I'm not great at mixing, but nobody's that good at getting rid of those things. But anyway, that's awesome. I'm not going to auto-tune it today because it's no point. We know these guys can sing. The main vocal that I've got is garbage. So thank you all very much for coming and checking out another waste of time and stroking my bullshit. Thank you. Yeah, look, I've got a few more of these to go. In process of acquiring them, I have acquired some pretty heavy viruses on my brand new computer. So just be careful. Let me do this stuff so you don't have to, and so that everybody can have a free credit card with my identity printed onto it. But, we'll work through that one as we go. What a fucking moron. Thanks, everybody. GFY, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you another night with another one.